Good morning. Good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Good evening to friends in North America, and hello to everyone watching on replay. My name is Nancy Hetker, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Melbourne, Australia. Today, I am going to be showing you a number of things that I have gotten from our brand new January to April mini catalog. And very likely some things from the Celebration brochure as well. Celebration is a fantastic promotion by Stampin' Up! Offered in January and February this year. For every $90 Australian that you purchase, you can get a free product out of here. There are a few things, for instance, this set of dies that coordinates with this stamp set that takes a $180 purchase, but most of them are $90 purchases, and they some of them coordinate with items that are in the mini catalog. For instance, this Trusty Toolbox Designer Series paper coordinates with the Trusty Tools bundle that's in the catalog. And I'm not going to show you that today, but I do have that one. But here are a couple of papers that are available for $90. And this Flight and Airy birds, that is just going crazy. That is another one that's available. If you're joining me, please do say hello in the comments so I know who is here with me. And I will call out and say hello back to you. Here's a stamp set that's available, some more Designer Series paper. There's some ribbon. And then this bundle that's $180 has this beautiful embossing folder. I really like that embossing folder. And then this detailed dogwood stamp set here coordinates with the Petal Park Builder Punch, which you may already have in your stash. So all kinds of cool things. The other thing I wanted to point out is that if you sign up to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, in addition to all of the benefits you have heard me talk about before, 20% discount, early access to all the catalog products, being able to do demonstrator-only events, either in person or online, and more. Right now during Celebration, there are two bonus options. One is getting this gorgeous glass crafting mat, which comes with this silicone pad, which I have used a couple of times now to blend some colors. Very, very useful and fun and easy to clean, and a cleaning cloth. Or you can add extra product to the already generous amount of free product that you put into your starter kit. So there's an extra $51 here in Australia of product that goes into your kit. So those are the two options for joining. If you have any questions about that, think you might want to join my team, I'd love to have you, love to talk about it, drop me a line. Okay, so the mini catalog, I haven't been able to show it to you before. Here's that Trusty Tools set. I know that's going to be a really big one. So I jumped on that during the pre-order right away. It's very cool. If you have anybody who likes to work with their hands and does painting and woodworking and repairs and what have you, it's a great set to have. Rock and roll, this really cute kids set, all kinds of fun stuff. But I am going to show you things that I have purchased from the catalog. If you need a copy of this catalog and you're in Australia and you don't have a demonstrator that you're working with, again, I would be very, very happy to fill that role for you. Drop me a line, nancy@nancysniftynotes.com, and I will send you catalogs. Okay, let me get those out of the way. So, what am I going to show you first? Oh, one of the fun things in this new catalog are these mini alphabet dies. And it's a really cool all of the letters are on one die, and then if you need any special characters or diacritics or some punctuation, they're on these two other dies. And I have done a little play with this already. And hello, Paula, thanks for joining me today. I wondered, do you still have snow or more snow? I saw that you posted something about schools being closed where you are. So I put adhesive sheet on these pieces of bright cardstocks and cut out a set of letters from each one. And here's how the letters are. They're all jumbled in this basket together. And then this I've riffed from a card that Stampin' Up! Showed on a video that I think I posted onto my Nancy's Nifty Notes Facebook page. So I'm not taking a lot of credit for originality on this. I did change it up a little bit. I used this new die to cut out that layer. But I just think that's fun and cheerful. And because there are 5 letters in hello, I did 5 different colors to mix it all up. And I got 5 hellos. And I put 4 on the front, and then I had 1 left over that I put inside there. I could have just saved those letters to use for something else, but I didn't. I put them in there. And there are doubles of some letters. See, like A's, O's, L's, H, R, S, T, N. I'm sure they have some way of figuring out what to do. And then with these, you can cut out these and use the negatives also on your cards to make words, which is pretty fun. So that's one reason I have saved these, besides just to show you. So that is one item out of the mini catalog that I have ordered. Hi, Gladys. I wanted to show you your card arrived yesterday. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate having it. And you've got snow too. Good. Snow is good. Yeah, so I got one of these, another embossing folder, Layered Florals. It's a 3D embossing folder. I haven't run it through yet, but it makes really crisp, deep impressions I've seen, and people have gone through and highlighted them on colored cardstock with white ink. And that's been pretty stunning. So I got that. And then I got another hybrid embossing folder. This one has a bunch of sentiments. I'm hoping that you can see that. Let me put this behind that. Probably helps. Thank you. Oh, happy day. Thinking of you. Hello. Love you. With sympathy. You make me happy. Celebrate. Just because. And get well. And then it also has this ginormous die that hooks on there. Like so. I have not played with this yet either, but I'm looking forward to it. So what people have been showing is that you can take your brayer, and there's a brayer in the catalog again, finally, for the first time in a couple of years. You can take your brayer and put ink on that, stick this on, run your paper through, and it cuts out the individual sentiments. But if you run white paper through, then it's got the colored outline. So that's going to be fun to play with. And then it's got all these other little bits that you can add on to your card as well. So I'm going to see if I can do all of these things without dumping anything on the floor. And then the other thing I grabbed, this is part of a suite, and so far I've decided not to buy the suite, but I really like, these are little cork, adhesive back cork rounds in a couple different sizes, and I just thought they were pretty cool, and they might actually work really well with the trusty toolbox, trusty tools set. So I got those. We should have fun playing with them. I'm going to set that one well aside so I don't keep knocking into it. And then a suite that I did buy. This is Poetic Expressions. So it's got Thoughtful Expressions, Thoughtful Expressions stamp set, and a big pack of dies that go with it. So it's got these outline dies that match up with these, some other dies that you can add to your designs, and then these really cool pierced labels. And that's all in one set of dies. So that's pretty ginormous. And then I think this paper is really quite pretty. And I'm looking forward to playing with this. Sorry, I didn't turn these before I came on with you. Really like a number of these. They very much look woven. Maybe that's why I like them. So there's that paper. And I knew I wanted the paper. And I decided to go ahead and get the whole suite. In part because it's got this hummingbird, and Nick loves hummingbirds. So that was part of the reason why I grabbed it. What am I going to show you next? Okay. This is the Enduring Beauty bundle. And this is what my upcoming stamp camp in February is going to focus on, largely. It has a stamp set. It's got some dies that cut out that big shape, and these, and some extra leaves and blossoms, and obviously a label that goes with those sentiments, which I think are pretty. And then it's got a set of decorative masks or stencils, and they're the builder kind. I think I showed you the one that made kind of sunflowers that was in the mini that just ended. I'm going to set that aside and we're going to look at these. So I haven't played with these yet, but yeah, they're numbered up here and they have the notches to line up. So I'm looking forward to them being really easy to use, but you wind up building up in layers your image. And what they've been showing is that you can do some or all of them, and they coordinate with this image. I'm going to do it on here because if I can. See how I can get it to. I know it does coordinate. I just haven't played with it yet, so I don't know how. But that one goes there. I will figure it out. They do coordinate so you can overlap on them and add details to what you have stamped or stamp over what you have used the masks for, and then cut it all out with the dies. So, yep, this, in addition, along with, sorry, I can't talk today. This and blending brushes and some embellishments, really trying to talk here, along with this Poetic Expressions Designer Series paper that I just showed you, are going to be the core of what we use in Stamp Camp in February. So if you're in Australia and you're thinking about coming to this, or if you're not in Australia and thinking about coming to this, go ahead and let me know. We'll get you signed up and get your bundle of products ordered. I'm going to be mixing these with some of the other things, like probably some of the stamps out of Thoughtful Expressions, and the other one that I'm going to show you here, which is the Everyday Details bundle. And I really like the dies. And again, I decided to go ahead and buy the whole bundle because it's designed to work together, even though these are going to get used for a zillion things. And I do like these images, and the sentiments I like too. They're fine. And yeah, I think all three of these bundles that I've shown you, the Enduring Beauty, the Everyday Details, and the Poetic Expressions, Thoughtful Expressions, I think those are all going to work together in this upcoming Stamp Camp really well. But the Enduring Beauty bundle is the one that people coming to the Stamp Camp will have as part of their fee to take home, along with the Designer Series paper. And because it's during Celebration, they'll get to choose Celebration items too. So that's fun. But I have a card planned with this. I've actually already started making the pieces so that this wouldn't go on for too long. I'm going to set this aside because I've already die cut a couple things. I stamped the Wishing You So Much Joy on this special day and cut it out with one of the circle dies. And look at the piercing on that. That's nice and big. That's a look that we haven't had before. And then I embossed the card base with one of the Basics 3D embossing folders, this crosshatch pattern. And I've cut a piece of Basic White and another piece of Moody Mauve. And is it mauve or mauve? I think it can be said either way. And I went ahead and cut it out with one of the rectangles, and that left, I like how it cuts on the outside and the inside of that rectangle. So now I have another piece I can use to layer sometime. And that's going to go on there, but I am going to put that roughly where I want it to be eventually, and I'm going to stamp that. And so that I'm not guessing, I'm going to go ahead and lay this on top. Really, I had it in place and I had to touch it again, didn't I? That's pretty good. I'm going to bring in my memento. And I have been crafting, I've crafted, what, 6 or, oh no, probably more than that, because I made a whole bunch of Christmas cards over the holidays to have in my stash for next year. I've made quite a few things on this glass mat, and I think I really like it. So I'm going to stamp that on there. Here we go. Now I can move that out of the way while I color this. And I didn't pull my blends before I came on here. And what other colors do I want? I think we're going to do some boho blue. else might we need? Maybe a little old olive. Oops, sorry if I bumped it. Let's see how we go there. Might need a little bit of yellow too, we'll see. Okay, so I'm going to start here on the vase. And I'm using Boho Blue Light. I am really not so good at this, getting the shading and everything, but I will get this on here. Yeah, Gladys, I think this is, I really hope that this carries over. What am I going to do to color in there? I think some smoky slate dark. Because I want it to be dark, but I don't want to lose all of that texture. Okay, this is the Boho Blue coming in with the dark to add, try to add a little depth to it. I'm, like I said, not so good at this. Coloring that little band there. Try to blend. See, I just think it just, I don't know. I'm going to bring in the color lifter, see if I can lighten up in here some. Okay, I'm going to let that work a little bit and come back again. Now we're going to bring in some old olive. So we have had Jonah. If you've been on my personal Facebook page, you've probably seen pictures of him. He is another seeing-eyed dog, and he is currently in their breeder program. It's possible he could be switched to a working dog, but I think he's going to be a breeder and then probably be released. I'm not sure how much of a working dog he'd actually be. And his regular carers are off on holiday to the Philippines, so we've had him, we'll have him till the end of this week, and that'll be right about 3 weeks that he'll have been with us. And it's been very fun watching him and Noah play and gamble around and tug on toys and all kinds of things. But last Friday he went and had a dental, and they wound up extracting a tooth. So we put the kibosh on the tug toys because he's got stitches in his mouth and such. So I'm actually going to start here, I think, with some bubble bath. Start really light. just in time, I think. So, like I said, it's been fun having him. We're curious to see whether Noah is going to decide that he really misses him, or whether he's just really relieved to go back to being the only dog. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to add in, whoops, I'm going to switch over to the Moody Mauve light. And just a touch of the Moody Mauve Dark right into the centers here. This is the Bubble Bath Dark. I think I'm going to do... I thought about doing another color in there, maybe yellow, but I think I want to keep it like that. Go. Let's go back to this. How do we think that's looking? I think you're going to try a little more. And I did some, and I'm coming back to it because it keeps working for a little bit after you put it on. So then you can go back and do more. And it's called a color lifter, but in fact, it pushes the color through the page a little bit more to lighten it up. And then the final thing I'm trying to decide on, put that on there, is that we've got these little dots that can kind of, and I think I'm going to leave those off. Kind of like it cleaner like that. What do you think? I'm pretty happy with that, I think. No, the blends, even if they did bleed through, which they're not, this cleans so easily, Gladys. I am, like, I can see there's some glue residue on there, but I know if I come through with the chamois cleaning cloth or my regular chamois, I'm going to be able to get that off quite easily and have it ready to go. Got another microfiber cloth even, and that just, yeah, it's great. I think the one thing I'm not so happy about is you could probably see the ring light reflections, but yeah, I'm going to call that good. And I am going to add some dimensionals, and I'm gonna do some minis, I think. All along here to raise this frame up a bit. Now we do have strips that you could use. That's these guys. You could use regular dimensionals and cut them in half if you needed to. Like this one's a little bit skinny. You could use the edges of the dimensionals pack and cut them down. Now I'm going to wind up standing up here in hopes of getting this centered and straight. That's pretty good, I think. And then I'm going to use glue to put that on the card front. And that's going to go on there. So I'm going to put a dimensional on this side and a little bit of glue there. And let's see here. What do you think? You think this sentiment is good for a birthday? I think it could be. I think it could be. Find a glue dot here. And I roll it up into a little ball, press the knot into that little ball, and then press it onto my card. I love using the tip of this to press so I don't wind up with a really sore fingertip. I think we'll trim this off a little bit. There we go. Now, I have cased this card, and I will give credit where credit is due on my blog post. But that is what I'm making for you today. And I will put a piece inside. And thank you for joining me. And I will be back same time, same place next week. And if you are interested in getting the mini catalog and the Celebration brochure or signing up for any of my classes and events, everything can be found at nancysniftynotes.com. And I look forward to helping you out. So, see you next week. Thanks. Bye-bye.